Hello! Hi everybody! Welcome back. We are very excited. I say that every single time, but I truly do mean it. Like, I'm not just putting on a fluff.
Stoked to listen to music.
So excited to listen to music, and I also feel very spoiled that a lot of the albums that we've reacted to as of late have been albums of like my choice.
Yeah.
So I'm like giddy about it.
Yeah.
I've held out as long as I could in order for us to have the time to film this so I can finally listen to this album. So today we're going to be reacting to Searows' newest album. It's called
Death in the Business of Wailing.
Death in the Business of Wailing, which like kill me. And then also the album art,
Sick.
Gorgeous.
To note, whaling spelled W-H-A-L-I-N-G, like a humpback whale or like a big blue whale, big blue shark, but not. When I first heard the album name, I thought wailing like crying, like yelling.
Could be. You don't know.
But
Searows, he is like an amazing writer. Mm-hmm. Like the lyricism behind it, I think I put it into like the same like realm and world as like Ethel Cain. Beyond them just like being friends. Mm-hmm. Very much so like paints a picture, puts a mood, very moody girl. For all of my like old friends, my old millennials that grew up listening to like Daughter, like very much that like energy and that kind of music. And I think when I became obsessed with the song, I Have More Than Enough, like I would like sit at my computer at work and just like cry to this fucking song. And then I force you to listen to it in the car and probably over and over and over repeatedly. And I think that's probably the only exposure that you really like out to his music.
I think it's just that one song.
Just that one song, maybe another one, or like some of his more like popular songs.
Yeah.
But this is like big deal because it's like big, full, like fully realized album.
Yeah.
And I don't think he's put out an album. Let me look at his discography.
I think this is album number 2.
This is album number 2, like full albums. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because he had Guard Dog back in 2022 and then featured on an album in 2024. So yeah, looks like, oh wow, Guard Dog is actually like 13 tracks. That's a lot. It's a lot for like your first debut album. But this one, however, 9 tracks.
9 tracks.
9 tracks.
Ooh, a little short. Okay.
Short, but impactful, as some of them are. 9 tracks, 9 songs, 42 minutes.
42 minutes. Short album. Okay.
Short album, but from what I've heard around the realms, you know, how I try and like stay away from like people saying and doing things online when there's like stuff that I want to react to and I'm like, no, I don't want to know anything. People are like very moved by this album, which I could not imagine anything less. So, Alec, I'm so fucking ready for you, baby. I think we should just kick it off.
Yeah.
Start off strong.
With track 1, Belly of the Whale.
Ooh, okay, wait, hold on. Let me take a second. I know I said we were just gonna like get started on this and jump right in.
Yeah.
But just reading through, it looks like a lot of like the theme in like the actual like title of the tracks is all very like much so reminiscent of the album art. And I just love artists that do this. I love artists that like put a lot of time and energy and thought into, again, creating a picture.
Yeah, because even the album artwork, very water.
Oh yeah,
I see some.
I think he's standing at like the edge of a cliffside, perhaps like a shipwreck. It looks like a very gloomy day.
Yeah.
And then all of the drawings around it look like fantastic. I don't know who did this artwork. Maybe he did or someone else.
I see a heart up at the top right. I see 2 whales coming out of, I don't know what, I can't tell what the thing is.
It's like a moth and a bird. I don't know what's over to the left. It looks like maybe an apple or like an apple cut in half. On the very bottom,
2 little Auntie Anne's pretzels, maybe?
Stop, no. There looks like there's a tree on the left side, and then perhaps on the right side of the drawing, there's like, forgive me, I don't know the name of the, it's like in a, no, it's in a swamp. The plants that come out of like the swamp water with like
like a cattail kind of
yeah.
Marshy.
And then there's like some birds flying over, and then at the very bottom it looks like very oceany with a whale's eye, and then left side of the album art looks like a tree.
Yeah.
So like all of this obviously.
And I think the eye also has.
Oh, and there's a lady, or maybe like a person's face in like the top left, like above the bird-looking thing. I don't know. I need to bring this up and like dissect it. I'm looking at like a tiny little image on my phone. But yeah, like storytelling already.
Yeah, for sure.
So excited. I don't know if he's already put out a vinyl of this, but I need to get it ASAP. And if it is color, it's over for you bitches. Okay, yeah, so let's get back to what I just said. Let's jump right in and start off with the first song, Belly of the Whale.
Belly of the Whale.
Okay. Ooh.
Some little banjo vibes.
Love me a strong banjo. Oh, he sounds so good. Ooh. I have goosebumps already, like literally. So cute. Sounds like a very light violin in the background, like in the next room.
Yep,
Here.
yep. Building on the layers.
Oh, I have goosebumps.
It's a nice little, like you're on a wave.
I love that the banjo like brings you in and then like softly waves goodbye.
Oh, really lets it breathe
Absolute
too.
fucking banger
Really
to
lets
start
it
out with.
breathe.
Oh my god! Okay, I don't know if artists do this intentionally, but I really hope they do, that they put like one of their like top favorite songs at the very beginning. I think it's the smartest thing you can do to get people excited to continuously listen like through the rest of the album. But setting the tone of the album and then also creating like the full imagery of it, like this sounds very like aquatic, very like lighthouse energy, very like isolated like whirlwind of like an actual like storm that is happening, but like perhaps inside you, but like the imagery of like waves like crashing. And that's not just because of the album art. I think I could have like maybe like felt that just through like the tone of the song, but it feels almost like very like lonely sad sailor, you know, like very old timey, like, or a lighthouse keeper that's just like kind of standing at like the edge of his little like island or something and just kind of like looking out into the distance and like feeling like the depths of it are like falling deep down into like the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Not only does he sound fantastic, which we knew was gonna happen, I think Alec has like a very distinct like sadness in his voice. Like it's a very kind of like not tired, but just like very like, I don't know. I just imagine him like in like a little house in the middle of the woods somewhere, just like by himself, like just kind of reflective and like
Been through some shit.
Yeah, like very much so been through some shit, very like just not like smoked in, but just very like lived in as a person.
Yeah, the tone of his voice, the timbre reminds me very much of Clara. It sounds very Claro to me.
Very Claro kind of like energy, but like also very distinct. Like I could hear any song of his like in like, I don't know, the back of a bar somewhere and just be like, oh, I know exactly who that artist is. You know, like it's nothing can replicate like that tone and that sound, and kind of like again like I just imagine him singing and like just on stage and just like closing his eyes and like really like just like feeling into them. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I'm so excited. It was beautiful.
Funny that you said sets the tone. The purpose of the intro track should set the tone for the album. It should give you a good taste of what's to come and leave you wanting more. Yeah. And so we definitely got this here. And
again, like kind of starting the storytelling of like what this album hopefully will be. It sounds like this like self-destructive isolation kind of feeling, like very like, or like when you like go like walking along the coast by yourself because you just need to like be in thought. But it's interesting, the lyrics talk about and I know what you're thinking, how did you get here to, I didn't know any better than you. And so maybe this is like a world where like you're feeling like so down and like feeling so isolated, and then you look up and it's like, oh, there's actually like another person here, but like no, I actually don't want you to be here. Like this is like such like a sad, dark place. Like why are you here? Like you're not supposed to be here. Like this is my sadness. This is my dark place.
I think if we're going off the isolation, which I totally agree, then and the track being Belly of the Whale, and then right before you said those lyrics, I'm still in the belly of the whale. And so the belly of the whale, feeling very isolated, feeling very, I got swept up in like a whale doesn't know what it eats most of the time. It just, things get swept up into its like huge mouth. And if that is a allegory for like depression and being like, oh, I somehow ended up
like
here. I somehow ended up fallen into this place. And I don't really know how I got here necessarily, but now someone else is here. I don't know how you got here.
Or perhaps like, did I bring you down with me? Like, is it like something to where like we met and we fell in love and I did not have control over this, but like also like now you're here with me, and it's like, oh no. And if you get down to like the lower parts as well, like the last verse, it obviously is talking about like sinking to the bottom of the ocean, and I just like have this like image of somebody like kind of like looking out above the water, which I've described my depression to you like this before, where it genuinely feels like I'm like laying at the bottom of the ocean and there's like people like standing around like above the water, and I'm like screaming like, please like reach down and just like help me. And I could just imagine like the imagery of like Alec just like falling as they're like looking at somebody that's like above them, above the water, and just like slowly sinking back, and just like eventually like you fall so far down that you just like are engulfed by like the darkness. Yeah, like so much to chew on, so much to like still discover. I'm so excited.
Beautiful first track.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Let's get into...
Again, I apologize if this album puts me in a state. Like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I go through like a little bit of a mentee bee after this album. It's okay. It's cathartic. I think it's meant to be like that.
Let's get into track two.
Okay, cool.
Kill What You Eat.
Ooh.
Which is a play on the usual version of that is Eat What You Kill.
Interesting. I've never actually heard that before.
Yeah, if you're gonna kill something, then make it
like
useful.
A meaningful, like don't just like kill
not
for
just
no
killing
reason.
it for sport.
Oh,
and so kill what you eat.
Okay. Second track.
Check it out.
I also love the tone of his guitar. Like it's a very distinct, like somebody on the porch playing guitar and you hear them kind of a sound. Maybe an apple from the album art.
Mm-hmm. That bass coming in really round it. Oh, the steel cut guitar.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
Mm.
Chills.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Anything
I love me a steel guitar.
Love you a steel cut guitar.
Anything that, and like instant goosebumps through that, and I love, oh my god, I love the dropping in and carrying that it does, and like while I was listening to it and kind of just like immersing myself in it, it almost gave the same, to play into like the theme, it almost sounded like a whale like calling. Almost.
Ooh.
Like I got a very like kind of like whale song like feeling out of it, because I was like, okay, like the theme of the fish, but I think the fish is like a metaphor for either obviously a relationship or maybe perhaps like within like a family dynamic
Yeah.
or something of that sort. Like obviously there's turmoil, obviously there's like some sort of like violence happening between like them and whoever this story is painting a picture of, right? And it just kind of felt like the steel pedal like carrying it through, yes, but also still like playing into like that very like isolated sadness of like, okay, this is not obviously no longer serving me, and like I need to go. Like I need to like just remove myself, and like I'm acting out because of this. Perhaps like having a response to the trauma, or you know, like I don't know. I think what was the lyric? There's something about throwing a bottle.
It's towards the end.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. But if you go down swinging, I won't stick in the gut and the blood in your nose. If I can handle breathing in smoke and the sound of the bottle being thrown. And then it goes on to say, if you want it now, just take it then. Said you have to be kidding. You were laughing then. The air is on and the cat got out. Shout out Amberlynn.
I was gonna say that you said it. So,
something else is missing. I'm an outlaw now. I'm speeding out and the air is cold. I'm breaking things. I swear I've never felt so old. If I say it's not really all that much, I'm cutting out the heart of the fish I caught.
Yeah. So I took this entire thing. The fish feels like a metaphor for a relationship, like a fish in the sea. And
yeah.
And yeah. So and then killing what you eat is did you work for being able to eat that thing? Did you work for the relationship to be able to help or to justify the sustenance that a relationship gives you? And this is a very tumultuous relationship that has been here, but the in the a rotten apple hasn't always been that. I want my body back.
Yeah.
In that an apple is rotting through time, through not being eaten. On the cover art, it's cut in half, and so I think an apple, as soon as you cut an apple, it starts to oxidize,
right?
And the air starts to hit it and start to go brown like really fast. And so I took that as like by slicing the apple, if you are the apple, then you are being vulnerable and you are being bare.
Oh, like you're
and then
cutting
by your
yourself open.
vulnerability,
if
that person doesn't hold that correctly,
or it turns like very tumultuous and toxic or something of the sort. Like
yeah.
I gotta go. I interpreted the whole, like, I'm cutting out the heart of the fish I caught, of almost like, okay, like, I'm ending this. Like, I caught this fish.
Yeah.
Like, I brought this dynamic to fruition. Maybe, like, I was the one that was pursuing you. And at this point now, maybe I'm taking control because, like, I've realized that, like, this is just, like, not serving me. And, like, I'm just like unwell. Like I need to fucking go. And so like I'm fucking taking this. Like I'm cutting the heart out. I'm getting to the bottom of it. I'm leaving. Like I'm taking my shit and I'm going.
Yeah.
And obviously the imagery of like being on a motorcycle or an outlaw and like the air is cold and like obviously feeling as if like you're running away from a situation, but not running away in a sense that like you can't face it. Perhaps maybe like at the last like outro it says, on the lake I made on that very place, I could have broken through the ice that day, but I'll never know because I ran away and left you there to take my place. And so like obviously there was a Alec, right? Like being the person in this like song, Alec leaving and him being like, okay, like I need to like take my shit and go. And like maybe there's a sense of like I kind of like left you with all this shit, but like also if I stayed here, like one of us would have like died. Like this would have got significantly worse. Like it just would have continued to be a cycle after cycle after cycle. Or it could be a world of like a family dynamic, right?
Sure.
Like we could say this of like them talking about like the apple and cutting it open and I feel so old now. Like maybe there's a world where like now you're like grown up and you're really seeing like how bad the environment that you're in and like you need to like you feel old, you feel like slowed down and like rotten to the core from like this whole situation.
Or like exhausted from this situation that everything feels heavier. You're not so old, you feel so old.
Yeah, and like you just have to leave. Yeah, and maybe there's some imagery or significance to like, you know, like the lake and like maybe like a school of fish and like your family being like, you know, the fish. I don't know. I'm just throwing out like spitballing ideas here. But very much so, like Searows does very sad girl music, sad boy music, very, very well. And so even if you just take out the lyrics and like you're not even really paying attention to the story, the way that like the song makes you like feel, like I could imagine, again, I said this about like our last video with Ethel, thank God I did not find these people when I was super sad, like I did with Daughter, and
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
like a few other like artists where I would just like sit, City in Color, like I would sit in the bath and I would just like cry and just be like so sad and so alone and so like all of the things. And this kind of music would have like literally been the death of me. Like
Yeah.
I would have cycled through it and like, yeah, it would have been bad. But now, being in a healthier place, I get to experience it and enjoy it.
Look at that.
Maybe have a little Mentee V.
Yeah, just a little, some light.
A little cheeky little Mentee V.
Some light.
You know, a little manic episode. It's fine. We're all God's children. I'm so delighted. Like, banger after banger. 2 for 2.
Sweet.
Yeah. Oh God, I'm so excited.
Love.
I'm so excited to go on a plane and listen to this album again. Because like I said before, nothing is better to me than listening to an album while you're like on a plane, all cozied up and just like kind of in your own little world.
Mhm.
And I feel like I get to hear it a lot more. And additionally, listen to it in the car. Like I might go take a drive out to like Estes or something by myself and just
sure.
like feel the vibes.
For sure.
You know? Okay.
Speaking of vibes, track 3, we have Photograph of a Cyclone.
There's some of these too on Spotify that have videos along with them.
Oh.
And I'm curious if we do that as like a secondary part, you
Yeah.
know? Like maybe we do either like a short version of it or like, I don't know. I don't think we've dialed in how we want to do like music videos. Maybe there's a
Yeah.
separate video that we can do of reacting to these videos that maybe maybe that's what it'll do.
Yeah.
Because I think it'll be too long for a short. So if you guys want to see us reacting to the videos.
If there's visualizers.
Yeah, visualizers.
For
then
sure.
we'll go through it and then we'll go back through and in a separate video we'll like watch
Let us know.
music videos. Yeah.
Let
If
us
you guys
know.
have any ideas, let us know.
Okay. Photograph of a Cyclone.
Mm.
Let's hear it.
That's pretty.
So instead of the building the first 2 tracks did, just drop right in
Mm-hmm.
with all the layers.
Oof. Oh, he sounds so good. Oh, I think this is actually one of the first tracks that he released. Like, this is one of like the big tracks that
Oh,
sounds
is it?
from it. Mm-hmm. That little guitar part is like so, it's so addictive. Like if I could play guitar, I would immediately stop and try and pick up a guitar to replicate that. Hayes is gonna love it.
Mm-hmm.
It's so funny, I just mentioned City in Color because it sounds very City in Color.
That was fun.
It sounds like such a fun song, but it's so sad. Like, I'm reading the lyrics and I'm just like, oh, but I'm like grooving along to it. That is like, so the guitar part is like so, like, what do you call it? Like
Earwormy?
earwormy.
Yeah,
Like, it's
yeah,
just so, like, I just want to like keep hearing it like
It's a
over
fun
and
little
over
lick
and
for sure.
over. And then the repetitive, like the Like, I just imagine. I just imagine being at the concert, which we did get tickets for the show out
Show
here.
did.
I'm so excited. They changed the location to actually a better venue. I like this venue
sweet.
better. And I could just imagine like the whole crowd just like, you know, obviously being able to like kind of like sway in that moment together. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if he's the problem or not.
Oh.
Like, there's some lyrics in here that talk about like perhaps like him being like the villain in the situation, or is this like a reaction to like something else happening? Like, all of these things feel like there is like a conflict that is happening.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that conflict is like again between family members, or perhaps like through like a relationship, or like a child. Perhaps there was the lyrics of
I go quiet when you're mean to her.
Yeah, like, I go quiet when you mean to sit there wordless like you do. Oh, god awful without permanence. I convince myself to need you. Circle in the corner of the room. So like is this like a relationship and there's like a child that they share together? Is this like a relationship through a parent and like a younger sibling? Like, something happening. There's like
tough to figure
an
out.
innocent bystander in the situation. But again, I still can't tell like who is the antagonizer, like who is the villain in this situation. And maybe it's both, I don't know. But I love that there wasn't like any build up or anything like that. It was like literally just like boom, like, and especially with the song right before this, if we would have listened to it without pausing and talking, like the transition into it to immediately take you from that like very impactful like beginning to then just being like wow, and like dropping you down in this was like so fucking cool.
Yeah. I'm having a hard time piecing together, just like you, of like what it is that we're actually listening to in terms of lyrical content. But the way that he sings is so like restrained. Like, it's so like what you were saying, where it sounds like very like almost exhausted. And almost low. It's like, I wonder what it sounds like when he belts, because this is very like, it's not talk singing.
I don't know.
It's not talk singing, but it's very like, it's just very restrained. It's like I picture it as just like it's just him with a microphone. Everything is very dark, spotlight on him. You know what I mean? Even with all of the different instruments and going and everything like that. But just from a vocal perspective, it's just very like, it's very personal.
It's very personal, it's very deep, and it's very like vulnerable. I feel like the tone of his voice sounds like, without even again listening to the lyrics or maybe even like the backing, just like the tone of his voice, like you just know that it feels like almost like old like folktale like storytelling almost. Like, it sounds like what I would imagine like somebody again like sitting on their porch with their guitar and like Appalachia, just like talking about like the beast of the ocean, or like telling these like stories that have been passed down, and like it just feels very like homey fireplace, like hardwood floors, and like kind of like dusty like corners in the home, and like, you know, like old furniture, and like a gun on your hip kind of thing. Like, that is what I think of when I think of Searows. Like, and all of the songs kind of like bring in that very much so like energy. And the tone that they sound and what they're definitely talking about. And so I think I'm gonna need to pick this apart a lot longer, and I'm sure we could go on like for hours.
Sure.
And for our viewers that love our long form content, you're welcome. For the people that are like, girl, get to it. But I just think again, painting this like back and forth kind of like pull, I wonder what is the imagery or what the merch might look like that play into, because this is one of the big songs, the photograph of a cyclone. I really fucking hope that there's like a poster or a t-shirt or like something that has the imagery like of that, and it's not just the album art.
Yeah, on the right of the album art, that's the cyclone, the tornado.
Is there a cyclone on the right?
That's right here. That.
Oh my god.
Coming up from the marsh.
I didn't even notice that. I thought
Yeah.
those were clouds.
So we have photograph of a cyclone, a spirit moving cycles, masterpiece destroyer of what's in front of me. And
Yeah.
Speaking of like a self-sabotage.
So like, is this the thing where like everything is okay and fine, but like he makes a problem out of it, and then he dips because he can't handle it. You know what I mean? Like, are you making the cyclone for everybody in your life, and then like, are you just like, okay, I gotta go? Like, is this a vulnerable moment of being like, I am the problem, or is this like a I've been pushed to the edge, and now I am the problem?
Yeah.
Like, is this nature versus nurture thing again, going back and forth? Is this like a primal, like upbringing thing? Is this like a relationship thing? I don't know. A lot of the music that I've listened to of his in the past was more like, from what I took from it, relationship based. But who knows? Everything that's highlighted on Genius has not been reviewed. It's under review, so I can't say that anything is like a direct source from Alec himself.
Yeah.
But
we do have a little excerpt that Alec did write.
Oh my god, wait, did we miss those on all the other ones, or have you been looking or no?
I didn't see this one. I didn't see something like this.
Wow,
the
okay.
Previous ones.
Do you want to read it out loud, because you're way better at that than me?
So this is the answering the question, what did Searows say about Photograph of a Cyclone? Alex says, when I initially started writing this song, I went into it without a real intention of what I was trying to say. It was one of those songs for me where I didn't know what it meant until after it was finished, which occasionally happens when I write. This song is about repeating cycles you learn from your surroundings or culture and feeling incapable of doing anything different. It's about witnessing chaos in your world and in your periphery and not knowing what else to do but watch it happen. Sometimes you can create art from that chaos, but you aren't sure if the creation in itself is a new perspective or understanding or simply a picture of it. So the photograph of a cyclone.
Wow, that's like so cool. That's so fucking cool.
I had really wonderfully connective and intimate experiences sharing my first couple projects with live audiences. Those projects were very personal and vulnerable, and revealing my life and specific experiences to an audience began to feel a bit dissonant and exposing. One of my favorite things about music is its ability to connect people. It has done so for me time and time again, and it has been so special to see my own writing do that for people too. I just began to learn that for myself. There were specifics that I wanted to keep for myself.
Yes. Okay, so I was on the mark of like, it feels very much so like this is like a toxic family environment, perhaps, of like watching like the cycle, or like learning from that cycle, and like you're just kind of like an innocent bystander in that chaos, and then perhaps like leaving and maybe going back to the song previously and like finding yourself in the position almost like you know, like we've done in our relationship, and I tell this story often. Like, my upbringing was like very, very difficult, and there was a lot of things that I like did not understand that were like incredibly I don't want to say like toxic traits, because I did a lot of work before you and I got together, but I think things that were like so underlying that I did not even understand, that were so ingrained in me as a person, where it's like, oh, like parents that actually like love their kids like don't yell at them for like closing the cabinet door like loudly, or like whatever, like weird stuff like that. And kind of like maybe going back to the previous song, of like being in the middle of an argument and then like realizing like, oh fuck, like I'm literally like, I'm my mom in this situation, or I'm my dad, or like I often say that, you know, like if you grow up in a house with like an angry dad, this is not an original thought or an idea or quote, but when you grow up in a house with an angry father, like at some point you realize like you have become the angry father, and like I very much so had my own struggle with that. And so maybe understanding what you have like plucked and taken, and then going out into the world and trying to create a life with somebody else, and realizing like, oh fuck, like I've royally screwed this up, like I have my shit, it's very heavy, it's very dark, and like I'm very much so in this whirlwind, and like I gotta go. Yeah. Like I'm just gonna take my shit and I'm gonna go, we're not gonna have a conversation, like I just need to dip, because if I stay here, more damage will be caused. And like that self-realization of like, holy fuck, like maybe I am the problem, you know, not of my own malice intent, but very much so out of like learned, repeated
product of your environment.
Repeated very toxic behaviors that you don't realize until you get old. Which now, thinking back to the previous song and the lyric of like, you know, I'm not old but I feel old, now reminisce so much more, because like girl, like I feel like I'm like 60, like I feel like I'm so fucking old, and most would say that I'm still young, but like I just feel in my bones that I'm just so fucking old, because I'm just like tired, you know. absolutely beautiful, Alec. Oh, God, I love you.
Sick. Okay, sweet. Track 4, Hunter. Maybe
Hunter,
the
as in
kill
like,
what you eat.
or the name of somebody.
Could be the name of somebody.
Mm.
Let's check it out.
It's a cute little guitar.
Oh, it comes in like a half beat early at the end. That's cool. Gonna be expected to.
Mm.
Way more reverb on the vocals on this one.
More like open and airy.
Yeah, it's more airy. Taking up more space. I mean, not as
Tight.
closed off tight.
Mm. Ooh, dude, chills. Chills, chills. So holy shit. Ooh, okay, Pacific Northwest. I'm gonna take a breath after that one. There's something about
Give you enough time to take a breath with that one.
yeah, right. Like, chill out. There's something to be said about every single time. I don't know if we've left it in a video before, and I know I've said this to you a bunch, but like track number 4s on every album for me usually end up being like the ones that hit or like are my favorite. Like it's just
Really?
yes.
Huh.
It's always track number 4 or track number 8 usually is either like the love song that I either find out or the song that like that I would like have some like adult activities to kind of a thing. Like it's so weird how it consistently happens with track number 4 and I didn't feel emotional until I got down to like the second part and like what like immediately popped into my head for me with this is like talking about everything before, right? So talking about like maybe growing up in a very like chaotic situation and not realizing like the things that you are like toxic in your behavior or perhaps like learned traits that make you like the villain or like you're causing harm to like another person like unintentionally. And like this song to me spoke to me and was really talking about like on your healing journey. People don't talk a lot about like getting to a place of being like fully healed and then like just like not being able to like function in that, you know? And like give me a second. Like it's really fucking difficult to like go on the path and realize like, oh, like I have my shit that I need to work on. And like removing yourself from a situation of like harming other people and like that pursuit of like healing and happiness, and then feeling like you are healed enough to maybe like involve yourself with another person or like just like exist in this world and be like, okay, like I've done the work, like I did the thing and like I've reached the finish line, and then like you can't like enjoy it, like you can't sit in silence, like your body is like so
Still craving the chaos.
Or like your nervous system is so fucked up, or like you just like you would love nothing more than to be able to just like settle in and like have a happy life, but like your body just like will not allow that, and there's just something like deep inside you, whether like I don't know for myself if it's like self-sabotage, but it feels like that, where it's just like, oh, like this is like so good, like I actually like don't know what to even like do with this, you know?
Yeah.
And like it's this constant struggle of like not really feeling like, for me personally, like I feel like I'm worthy of like the love, but like my body doesn't know how to exist in like calm. You know, like all I ever wanted was just like a boring, uneventful life, and I have that now. But like my body like rejects it so much, and we've been together for like almost like 8 years now, and my body still like every single day struggles to just like sit in a house and like be quiet, and I find myself like reacting to things like I don't know, like me like laying in bed while you're like out running errands, and then you come home and like I hear like the door open and I'm like, oh, like is there like stuff out, do I need to clean up, do I need to do whatever, and like unlearning those things that are like so inherently ingrained in you, and like realizing like, oh shit, is this just gonna be like me forever, like sucks. And like yeah, the last little part of just being like damn, you can't understand, I would rest my head somewhere warm, but I can't stand the quiet anymore, like fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck, you guys, this is so real. Fuck.
I thought you immediately when I got to there.
Oh yeah.
This conversation so much. Yeah.
So many times. Which is like where I'm currently at, like in my healing journey of like trying to like undo like my nervous system of being in fight or flight for like I don't know, 26 years of my life, and like in straight up survival mode. And everybody talks about the part of like getting to the point of healing, but like nobody talks about like what happens after that healing and how that is actually like harder than doing the work to heal. And there's days where like I almost just wish that like I didn't fucking do that, because like man, like this is so difficult for like my body to be remembering and like wanting to like have a reaction to things, and like my brain knowing better, and it just feels like this constant like battle between like my heart and my brain, and like north and south, and like it's just so difficult, you know, like to finally be at a place where I'm like, wow, like I'm so happy and like I have like such a good life, but like why the fuck can't I just like enjoy it and like be happy in that and like, you know, you talk. Give me a second. I love you.
I'll take over.
I didn't think I was gonna cry like this.
I know, on track
fucking
4.
God, dude. You know what? We need to stop listening to sad shit on the internet because I, as a certified, I don't cry in front of people girly. Like that's the image that I've put out.
Crying in front of y'all.
I've really been crying a lot on this fucking channel, and like I think we need to like mix it up next time and like listen to something like completely different.
Boppy.
We need a little reset.
Yeah.
You know? Shit, dude. I can't keep fucking doing this. I hope you guys are crying too.
Well, what got me is the third verse of saying I saw it was bleeding like somebody had shot it, like someone's hunting it down and they lost it, or maybe it was just for sport. And within the context of the song, potentially being the person that is going through and hurt people, right? And so being the person that is causing the harm and either knowingly or unknowingly, and causing the harm of like maybe not maybe killing that person emotionally, but bleeding them out enough that like, hey, I've caused my damage and I'm gonna leave without necessarily any care or
finishing the job, just like kind of leaving them, or doing it for sport in the sense of like there's actually no purpose of doing this, like you're actually just doing this because like you're just like a shitty person. You know, like there's been a lot of times throughout my journey where I've like had, not even in our relationship but prior, of being like, oh fuck, like I am absolutely like this shitty person in this situation. You know, in my pursuit of happiness, it was like very violent. It was not fun for a lot of people around me, and like I made amends with the people that I think that I can, and a lot of those people did not accept my apology, which is 100% valid and fair for some of the shit that I've done. But having either somebody do that to you and being like, why are you even doing this? Like, why are you being so mean to me? Like, there's no benefit to even doing this. Like, you're just starting an argument and creating chaos for like no reason. Like, we could be fine, we could be okay, but like for them, like they like feed on that, like they need it. Almost like I'm not a hunter myself. I've never been around that world, but I do know about like the hunter adrenaline, like when they do like end up like killing whatever it is that they have been like, I don't know, hunting, I guess is the word. Stalking. And like their whole body is like filled with adrenaline. Like people that do it for sport, I personally don't come for me. Okay, personally, I feel like there are a lot of people that like respect the process and like go hunting and like obviously like consume what it is that they kill, and like there's like this like very like harmonious like cycle between it. But I also see a lot of people that just go hunting like for straight fun. And like to me that feels like an inherently like evil quality. Like you're killing this like innocent being for nothing but to like gain the satisfaction of being like, fuck yeah, I did that. I'm bigger than you. Like it's a very like rock, stick, fire. Like it feels like very like very like adolescent thinking, you know what I mean? And then to like apply that in an analogy to doing that to other people, I have most certainly like been the thing that has been stalked and like been like, why are you doing this to me? Like there's nothing wrong here, but also priming myself as like the perfect victim to be susceptible to like people like that. Or even like applying that to my parents. Like there's no motivation, there's no need for this to happen. So like what is your end goal in this? What is the point of it? Like you're not consuming me. Like you're not doing this because you need to survive. You're doing it simply for the pleasure of it. And like you're also not even like gonna help me clean up the mess. You're just gonna like create destruction and then leave and like leave me to like fucking die and like bleed out.
It doesn't feel like there's an ends that are justifying the means. It's just like the means feel evil.
Yeah, exactly. 100%. And this again, I think it's going back to like a family dynamic. I wonder if this whole album is really like Alec tapping into like a lot of perhaps like his childhood or like growing up with like his family dynamic with his identity and things of that sort, and really understanding like what that means. I don't know how old Alec is now. I'm assuming like 20s perhaps. Hold on, let me see. You can continue with what you're saying while I'm looking this up. I'm so sorry that I cut you off.
No. I like the little
25.
25. Okay,
that makes perfect sense. for them to be going through like this very like reflective period of like childhood, adolescence, life, self, a few relationships,
Sure.
and like now like oh shit.
Sure, sure. I like the sweeten the way that you talk to me, like sonnets. Sonnets is is like a rhyming structure for like a song.
Oh.
And if I'm not mistaken, it's like a 3-5-3 rhyming syllable. It's like a syllable structure. But it's a way that you sweeten this way that you talk to me, like the way that you're talking sounds like lyrics to me because it's so like curated and beautiful and makes me lights me up and stuff like that. I thought that was cool. And then the it's a forest sucking the juice from an orange, lay in the street when it's pouring. It's like a dream to me. I took that as like sucking the juice from an orange is like you're getting it's so vibrant and bright and like juicy. I mean, this is juice, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
There's like a lot. It's like a very I don't know, dopamine driven kind of.
Yeah. Like a very like a very ooey gooey.
Yeah.
To me, I
very
read
big
that as
sensory
like
thing.
oh, go ahead. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. And then the lay in the street when it's pouring, it's like a dream to me. Like I'm picturing myself laying on a street when it's pouring rain, and like how that feels very freeing.
Yeah.
That feels very like open.
Yeah.
And I don't know how they necessarily connect here within that. If it's like the thrill of doing so and the thrill of killing and not understanding that you're doing that, or sucking the juice from an orange where the orange is the person and you are sucking the juice out of them. Or something like that. Like,
that's such an interesting perspective.
Yeah, I haven't quite toyed with it.
I interpreted that as reminiscing on childhood. So like running
Ooh.
around in the forest and like I have memories of like being a kid and like having oranges and like being very messy about it and like the sweetness and like energy of just like being a kid and like laying in the rain and like jumping in the puddles and like things like that and like being like it's a dream to me, like thinking back like to a memory that feels very distant of like trauma or not, like well, especially with people with trauma, like a lot of us suffer with like being able to like remember like our childhoods if this was something that was like in our formative years. And so there are like little blips and times of like very specific moments where it's just like, oh god, that feels like so far away, that feels like a dream, that feels like I wish I could go back there, that feels like a sense of innocence that I wish that I could get back again, because now I'm just like I'm sad and I'm damaged and like I'm just a mess and like all of the things that come with like growing up and starting to like unpack your shit.
That totally tracks too, because the verse before it.
Oh no.
The verse before it says, "Fall asleep back of the car out of Eugene." You're falling asleep in the back of the car. It feels very like I'm a kid, like I'm mom and dad are driving, and I'm falling asleep in the back of the car. Sweet the way that you talk to me, like sonnets, like how parents talk to kids, or be like, "Hey, honey, we're here," and, stuff like that.
And maybe this is like also like this album is an exploration of like growing up and like thinking that your parents were some way or like the adults in your life were some way, and then really taking a step back and realizing how like maybe there were like some sweet moments. It wasn't all bad, but looking at it like in totality, like holy fuck. Because like I had these like very sweet memories of like growing up in the Pacific Northwest, and like we had the forest as our backyard, and I was a kid and I was free and I was running around and like, you know, all of these things, and then as soon as I got home and I stepped through the front door was like where the chaos was. And you know, like the forest is like safety to me, kind of a thing, opposed to what your house should be in the middle of a forest, which is your safety. And like this feels like kind of like an exploration into like memories and life and childhood and all of like the very dark corners of your mind that you maybe go to sometimes when you're like actually taking like full accountability for some of your shit, or maybe a bad relationship happened and you're like, okay, like where is like my part in this? And that tends to be a very like dark, lonely place to be in. And maybe being hit with that as well is like the imagery of like the ocean and the cyclone, like and being in the belly of the whale. The belly of the whale, of like this isolation of where like I truly feel like most people need to do that work alone. And that was my impression before I got into a relationship that offered me safety. And I thought that, like, okay, I had done the work in the time that I was single. And then you and I started dating, and like things started popping up, and I was like, oh, fuck, okay, let me address these. And then it took, you know, like 4 years of you like consistently showing up and like showing that I could trust you for me to like finally just like really like unfucking do myself. And it felt like I was starting all the way over again, like almost as like like a child from the very fucking beginning. And now it's like, oh shit, dude. Well, great. Now I gotta like rebuild myself for the second time, and like this shit's hard. This shit's actually worse than it was before. Like, I don't know, like there is an absolute world where a lot of people get into a situation where they feel very safe and they're having to like face this shit, and they're like, oh, I can't fucking do it, and they run. And I do not blame a lot of people for that, because like, yeah, this shit is really fucking hard and it's scary as fuck, especially if there's another person involved that you do love and that you do care for, because inevitably that will spill over to them. And yeah, I think this is like extremely vulnerable for like Alec to be like opening themselves up about this, and like also what a beautiful way for your audience to be able to like connect with this. And in the previous excerpt of you reading, of being like, hey, like I really love like interacting with the crowd and like kind of like breathing into that. This will be beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm so excited
Yeah.
for all of us to come together and probably cry.
More than once.
Hopefully more than once. I don't know. Okay. That was a lot. I straight up told I was like, there's no way I'm gonna cry. Thanks for...
Here we are.
Yeah, thanks to whoever's watching for walking with me through that. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Track 5. Dirt.
Dirt.
Joe or otherwise.
Stop.
Let's get into it. Oh, I love this chord progression. Oh, that sounds cool.
That throat, that little... I love how he does the little like hums in the background all the time. It's so... Oh. Isn't better when we leave, but the lines are overdrawn and you can't see the path that you are on. And all of a sudden, there couldn't win.
Come on, Monica.
Oh, God, I hope he plays this live. That was beautiful.
Man, I forgot to mention in the last song, but I don't think I heard it really in the first 3 songs, but this one and the last song, hearing a lot more harmonies. I'm gonna put Nacho down. He heard Mommy was crying, so he wanted to come and help.
Oh wow!
Our little nugget.
What a ham.
Um,
Come here, baby.
Man, so good. That chord progression.
Oh yeah.
So good.
What do you mean by that?
So a chord progression, whether you're playing it, whether you're strumming chords or whether you're just like picking them, chord progression is like you're playing X amount of chords within a measure, and so it's like the sound of this chord and then this chord and then this chord and then this chord sequentially is a chord progression.
Oh, okay.
And so they're just playing, instead of strumming the chord altogether, they're just picking it. And so then they're taking it in a different, and you can just go like this and you just have one sound a chord is, or you can change a lot of where your fingers are, and you can change how the pattern in which you pick it, and then it can totally sound way different.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
And you picked up on that immediately.
Yeah, it sounded cool.
I love like the imagery, like such a fantastic job of like creating the environment and the atmosphere and like allowing your mind to kind of like wander. Again, this is like the type of music that you listen to when you're like on a long drive by yourself, you know, where you can kind of just like go into like autopilot with driving.
On the freeway and close your eyes.
No. But like go into autopilot and kind of like really just like let your mind wander.
Yeah.
And the lyrics that like I like absolutely gutted me is the lower pre-chorus where it says, and all of a sudden they're cutting the wings from off my back, head on the sofa, hands on my lap, I want it back.
Yeah.
Like the imagery of that is like heart-wrenching. Like just to think about like those tiny little moments, like it's not like you want like the big things, it's like you just want like the tiny little stuff of like, I don't know, just like like laying on the couch together, or you like brushing my hair, or like rubbing my leg the way that you do, or something just like very innocent.
Yeah, so I took that, speaking of innocence, perfect lead in. I took that, angels represent innocence, and so the cutting the wings off my back, all of a sudden they're cutting the wings off my back, I've lost my innocence. Head on the sofa, hands on my lap. Like, I don't know if that's head on the sofa, hands on my lap feels like I'm just like laying on the couch, whether I'm in therapy or I'm just like laying down and reminiscing and reflecting, but just like I want my innocence back, and I can't have my innocence back because either it was taken from me or you took it from me.
And I also, again, I love the next lead into the lyrics of the chorus. Like, what a fantastic fucking lyric to write, of till the ground pulls you down to the dirt, which like obviously goes into the name of the song, but just like I knew you'd always come back to. Like just thinking about the imagery of like really like no matter how hard you try, or no matter like how much work you put in, like there's just always like it feels like the ground is like clawing at you and like trying to like pull you back, and you're just like, God, this is like so heavy and this is so hard, and like it really does feel like to carry around trauma, like there is just like forever weight along you. And like, yes, you can do the thing where you like put your backpack down and like stop carrying the weight, but like inherently there will be like serendipitous moments that happen in your life where like you do feel like it's always going to find you.
Yeah.
Like in your like best and like worst moments, like it will be there. The only constant and like the consistent friend that you've had like is this feeling, this loneliness, this like just thing inside you, you know, that you like carry forever. And I also wonder too if there was a part There was a lyric. Oh, there was so in the second verse it talks about obviously like the imagery of the wolves, you know, and they will surround you and circle you till it's closed. Like obviously like the things around you, like the wolves at your door, if you will, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then it goes a little bit further where it says like that this body is not your own. I wonder if that's talking to more again about like Alex like identity and like exploration into that, or perhaps like understanding like I feel so like othered than like this like vessel that I am in. Like
Yeah.
I often feel like I am not in my body. Like I am not like um uh, how do I say this?
I don't identify with my body.
Not even like with my body in like a comfort way, but there are often times where I just like I don't feel like a person. I don't know how else to say that. Like I'm like really struggling to like convey what I'm trying to say right now. There is like this knowing that like yes, I'm a person on this planet, like existing in this lifetime, going through the motions, living this life. But there is like also like another part of myself where like I look in the mirror and like I don't recognize myself.
Yeah.
Like who I am to other people, like I don't view myself as that. You know, like if people were to tell me like, yeah, this is who Hannah is, like I don't know if they were to be saying that about a friend, if I knew that they were talking about me, kind of a thing. And I don't really know what that says. Like, I don't really know. Maybe that's something I should talk about with my therapist, you know? But, like, there's a sense of, I think, like, disassociating from your body when we get into, like the traumas and, like, almost like your body goes into, like, this safeguard of, like, understanding, like you're not in control, and maybe that goes into the innocence part as well again, like within the family dynamic of being like, hey, like a lot of like moms say like you owe me, like you are here because of me, like you are not your own entity, you do not have agency over yourself, like you aren't even your own fucking body. And like feeling that sort of way of like maybe the guilt of being like, wow, like I like really like fucking hate my mom, or like I hate the experience that they put me through, and it almost feels like you should feel lucky to even be here, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Maybe again I'm just speaking from my experience, but I wish there was a world where like Alec had gone in like kind of how Hayden does and just kind of like add little like blurbs and stuff. Is there anything below this? Because I think what you had read was maybe perhaps from an interview. There is! Yay! Watch, everything we said was wrong.
No, this is just talking. That's not. Okay, there's one. Okay. What is your... Before we read that, I want to get my thought there.
I've been yapping.
Given the context and the lens of Alec and gender identity expression, that this body is not your own makes more sense, like what you're talking about. When I just hear, it's peaceful that this body is not your own, and it's delusion, but it's peaceful that this body is not your own. I'm thinking of like from a spiritual perspective, that like you're just here basically renting this body for the time that you're here.
Yeah.
But you are a patron of your body. You don't own your body necessarily.
Interesting.
Is like where my mind goes, but I like yours. I like yours more here. Okay. So, what did Searows say about dirt? This song is about inevitability. We all have the knowledge that we and everything around us is finite, and we all have a different way of dealing with that fact. It isn't something that has ever been comfortable for me, but I can't spend my life uncomfortable with it. We all inevitably return to the dirt, which is the first thing I thought of when I saw like the dirt pulling you down, or pulling you back to it. But you can't ease the anxiety over it by trying to dig the hole early. If we can acknowledge the end, maybe we can remember we're alive now.
Oh, wow. Ooh, we were way off.
Ooh.
Wait, I like this so much more.
Yeah.
Whoa, this like completely changes everything. I almost don't want to like read anything below because I like kind of like playing around in it, but now having this lens and this perspective is like so interesting of the dirt, of like it pulling you down again. Like everybody, the one constant between every human being is that like we will all face death at some point.
Yeah.
And like yeah, some people perhaps do try to speed that up, or do try to like start preparing or digging their own grave, you know, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Wow, that's like so interesting.
And so to recontextualize the chorus, till the ground pulls you down to the dirt I knew we'd always come back to, and so you are of the dirt. You will return. You will return to the earth. Oh, and how do I feed you? And will you keep this up till something completes you? So I think that that is not necessarily referencing in total of like death, but I initially took that, and I think it still stands, of like how do I feed you? Whether that is a you're talking to you of how do I satiate myself to be able to keep me full because I feel empty, or it's another person, another relationship of like I don't know what to do. I don't know how to help you feel complete, and then will you keep this up till something completes you? So like the person, whether that is somebody else or you, of like will you keep operating this way until you find something? Will you keep crashing into things and like spreading hurt until you find something that actually completes you, so you don't feel like you have to do that?
Yeah. Do you feel like that in our relationship sometimes? Because like you know that I struggle with like my mental and like my existence on this planet. Do you feel like there's times where you're just like I don't know how to like keep like what do you need to like be like happy right now in like this life that you have?
Sure.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no, but that is but I think that that's necessarily, I think everyone experiences that on some level, because you in a relationship are trying to learn and understand the person you're in a relationship with always. You're always trying to get deeper and trying to connect more and trying to figure out how can I best see you in this moment.
Yeah.
And it's a continual it's an always journey. Like there's never a silver bullet answer to that.
Sure.
So definitely not something that you need to apologize for, because we're always going to be working to like understand each other and how do we show up for each other. And
yeah,
I think that's one of the beauties of a relationship.
you know, I'm just a lot. On to the next track.
Thing to say.
On to the next. Okay, man, we're rolling through these, and I hope we're not yet like yapping too much, but I do think that like well deserved. You know.
Yeah, for sure.
This is track number 6.
So track number six.
Oh God.
I know how to do numbers. This one is called
Dearly Missed.
Dearly Missed.
Ooh, and I love the picture.
Oh, we have a little.
It looks like he's like in water.
Definitely
right?
a water with an oar.
Yeah, or
paddle?
a shovel, perhaps.
Oh,
It looks like a shovel.
is it a shovel?
I don't know.
I need bigger.
Some swamp water
bigger
shovel.
pictures, you know.
I think the brightness on that might be a little bit low, but it looks
Could
like
be
a
true.
shovel. Beautiful hair though.
Beautiful hair.
Mm.
Okay, track 6. Dearly
Dearly
Missed.
Oh, it's giving Twilight vibes. I do love how he plays with sounds of guitars so much. Bitch.
Open it up a little bit.
I love this. good.
I love little pause in the instruments in the chorus.
Mm.
You think that you do, 'cause I know you. I smile politely. You are a small bird, I'm a cat on a loose. Likely to get what you wanted. I should've just known it. You look so happy. You're waiting for no one. I follow you home. I tell you, is it so bad? They're still asking if she hates you now. Slow down, kicking and screaming. I really need you to help yourself.
And all on your left side.
Oh, it's on the right side for me.
Oh, your headphones are on
backwards.
backwards.
I just don't love you, but it sounds the same as every answer in the plan he made. It says no. And just by some sort of coincidence, he drove his car off of the river bridge. They never found him, and they haven't since. He's dearly missed. I tell you,
Oh my god.
is it so bad? Are you still asking if she hates you now? Slow down, kicking and screaming. I really need you to help yourself.
I loved that.
That's favorite so far for me.
For you?
Yeah.
Oh, I figured. Oh my god.
Oh
Oh my god.
Sick.
The raspiness, like the rawness of the guitar throughout the whole thing, and like really like carrying it. It's like, because I know he usually does more like slow and like kind of like tender and like those kinds of things, but this also just feels like fucking anger.
Yeah.
And like it's so funny that you mentioned like I wonder what he sounds like when he belts, and then we got that, and
Yeah.
it's like fucking beautiful.
This
Like,
is
are you
unrestrained.
kidding me? Ah!
Yeah.
Oh my god. And somebody pointed out on Genius, so this wasn't me, but they pointed out that as the chorus progresses, it says,
Oh, it
if I
changes
sell you
the-
out,
Yeah.
then
To
I'd sell you out,
to
then
I
I
sell
do
you out.
sell you out.
Yeah,
And so
yeah.
there is a progression of like, okay, well, fuck it. Like at this point, like yeah, I'm gonna like tell everybody everything. Yeah.
Or the very opening, so it's nothing, a trick of light at the poolside, not the night that was promised, a pretty good view though.
Mhm.
And so in talking about the lying, it's like this isn't how you said it would be,
Mhm.
and so you're lying, but you're presenting to me a different version than what you actually are,
Yeah.
and that's not what I thought I would get. But like I don't know, it's still cute, I guess.
Yeah, it's kind of like the idea of like somebody being like you meet somebody and them being like this like fantastic thing. You're like, oh my god, they're like amazing and da 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 da. And then the more that you get to know them and you start peeling back the layers and you really discover who they are and you're like, oh fuck,
Yeah.
like.
But it's just such wonderful imagery to say like the trick of the light at the poolside,
Yeah.
not the night that was promised, but a pretty good view though. Like I'm visualizing water with like just one light on it, and like it being a pretty view, and like it's just such a wonderful.
Yeah, and then maybe getting into the waters of it, and it's just like also like not being safe,
Ooh,
kind of a
choppy.
thing. Yeah, like
Chop,
or choppy, or there's like danger afoot in the water. Again, the picture looks like there's like some swamp, perhaps.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, but like amazing storytelling.
Yeah.
Again, an amazing imagery that goes through it. And is there anything below that like speaks to this before I start like getting on a big rant? Or no, this is all for us.
There's a little bit. It's not from Alec.
Oh,
that
it's just
talks
like
about,
somebody had brought up something.
Yeah, I love that there's still a through line of like you're a small bird, I'm a cat on the loose.
Yeah.
Of this hunter, this predator prey
Yeah.
kind of thing that's been a theme throughout the entire thing.
Which again, like, are you
the predator or are you prey? I think you're the predator.
Could be both.
Yeah,
It could be
I
both
think
because
it's
a lot of again hurt people. So like,
Yeah.
you know, like there's certain times where like I've been like very soft and delicate with some people, and then to other people like I am a very different like version of myself, and like kind of battling like who is the true self, or is that okay to be both kind of things, and you know like oh my god, I have like so many feelings. I'm like overwhelmed.
Too little part. Oh, this is the lead single.
Oh, this is
To the album.
well, fucking thank God, a banger, certified.
Lyrically, the song follows the story of a guy who had gone through a traumatic event, causing him to become so emotionally detached to where he's unrecognizable. Another interpretation could be that he ended up committing suicide.
Oh, driving off the bridge.
And there is a music video. Yeah, that whole so the bridge, which so funny. The bridge of the song is talking about driving off a bridge.
You know,
Never seen that. Never seen that.
Maybe.
To be honest, not that I've heard. Not that I've heard. But she answers in the pouring rain, I just don't love you. But it sounds the same as every answer in the plan he made. So if we are going the route of he did commit suicide, then you saying I just don't love you is just confirmation, just like anything else. It doesn't matter what you would say to me. I'm already planning to do this.
Yeah, like and oftentimes when people do get to that point, like you could literally have somebody like begging and pleading, and you're just like, it doesn't matter.
And so by the time you say I just don't love you, I'm like I'm already so far gone that I don't care.
It does. Yeah, that makes no impact. On
I'm still gonna do it.
Yeah, totally.
And then the I say his name, and just by some sort of coincidence, drives his car off the river bridge. And then there being like almost hiding behind it being a coincidence, but obviously it's not a coincidence.
Right. Yeah, and like the idea of being pushed to that place, like was it planned? And I'm wondering how like the lyrics of the like I'd sell you out, is it so bad? Like I'm wondering if whoever this person is that they're talking about did something that was like so vile that they ended up wanting to, you know, like drive themselves off a bridge because they could not like face that getting out. And then after he drove the car off the bridge, it's like, okay, well, I'm just going to tell everybody. Like, I'm going to tell everybody what you did, kind of a thing. Read the rest of what was below.
That was it.
Oh, that was it?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's what I mean. It wasn't like a full thing from Alec.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Oh, wait. Hold on. I'm playing something from my phone. Sorry. It was the visualizer. We'll go back and the music video. We'll watch it again at the end. Absolute beautiful. I'm so excited to like groove along to this song, which is like sounds so cynical because like obviously it's a very heavy topic.
Yeah.
But also for there to be more like grit to it, like very like it sounds angry, it sounds upset, it sounds like vindictive, it sounds very fed up almost in that world. I would just like love to sit down and just like connect and like talk with like Alec about these things and like really start to understand like is this like an imagery that you're painting, is this like a fictitious like situation, is this something that did happen, obviously like nothing to like record and like put on the internet, but like something of just like understanding like this person on a deeper level. But I'm always like wanting more as like a person. I'm always like, give me the deep. I want like the lore. I want the story. And like maybe I just need to learn to like be okay with like where someone's at and how vulnerable they're being, because this is, I think he's like ripping himself open pretty heavy on this album.
And
so
also
far.
if we call back to track 3, I think that we read the little excerpt where he said, excuse me, that I had been sharing a lot, and in doing so, I kind of wanted to pull back a little bit, keep some stuff for myself.
Yeah.
And so this being as vulnerable as it is, but
I
also
know!
keeping some stuff for yourself, like, I'm interested to go check out the music videos and then also see if there's like any interviews where he's like,
there was an
talking
interview
about...
that I was definitely watching a few little like blurps a little bit, but it was hard because there was like some of the singles and stuff.
No spoilers.
I was like, oh, I gotta go.
No
Like,
spoilers.
yeah, I can't hang around here too much. So now I'm excited to be able to go and like dive into that. So.
Okay, sweet.
Okay. So the next track, Junie.
7.
Junie. Maybe sister to Janie. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, let's
check it out.
Yeah, run it. I wonder if Junie's a real person.
Spy Kids?
Stop. Is Junie a real person?
Junie wants what's best for me, and I don't ask why. I know better than to waste her time. Junie says the problem is I don't even try. Every time she asks a question, I lie. And it's barely winter, but I've made up my mind. There is nothing else left to decide. Have you learned nothing from the pain in your side? Are you holding out for dear life?
It sounds like a lot of his like older tracks.
Radio signal couldn't find me on the roof. It only tells me bad news. Keep that in mind. Say what I know to be true. I think I'm bad for you.
Okay, probably not Junie from Spy Kids.
My God.
Probably not with the thumb people. Okay, I keep
Heartbreaking.
thinking about saying this the last like 3 songs I haven't said it. It sounds like that. It sounds like that Lizzie McAlpine.
Oh, the song that I like.
She has a song Elevator.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or God, I don't remember the one that I like always listen to on repeat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Nothing is good, everything is fine.
Yeah.
Come down soon.
Yeah. Sounds very similar to that. Okay, I had to get that out.
You're like, I was like fucking gonna die if I didn't say that. The song is heartbreaking.
Yeah.
The song, I think, to me, reads as like self-sabotage.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like for a relationship with somebody, and like just like realizing like I will ruin you if I stay, but like leaving is like heartbreaking, and like I wish we could have like made it, and like I still dream about you, and I still think about you, and um like the forever, like looking out like the window of your home, and like maybe that person will like be at your doorstep one day, kind of a thing of just like, please come back to me, but like I've given you no reason, and no, like I did not leave the door open, like I made sure that it was shut so I can go and like handle my shit. But still like wishing more than anything, like I wish I wasn't this like damaged fucking person, so I could just like be with this person.
Yeah.
Like I could just like enjoy this.
Yeah.
Oh, this was like so sad. I like want to cry like for him.
Which is pretty blatant in verse 2 of keep that in mind, say what I know to be true, I think I'm bad for you.
Yeah, like
being very blatant
obvious.
in that.
Yeah.
Of like when talking with Junie, a person who is trying to support him or maybe fix him.
Yeah, like being like, hey, I want to be in this with you, and like not even really knowing how to like accept that.
Yeah.
And like in verse 3, it talks again about like leaving without saying goodbye, and like as somebody that is again like a child of trauma, like I very much so am like a person that just like takes my shit and I just like leave. Like I don't like, I guess I bail a lot. Like almost for us like specifically moving to certain places that we moved to, because like I could not just get in my car and just like fucking escape. Like I need to sit here and like intentionally like force myself to like be in this shit and like not have an out of like just being able to like run. And yeah, self-sabotage, and like knowing that somebody could be so good for you, but like you can't accept that, and like you don't want to like ruin someone else because you feel so ruined as a person. You're like, wow, I'm going to damage this other person. Maybe like they're not right for me. And is it fair to take away that option from somebody?
Yeah.
Like, is it fair to remove that and be like, hey, I'm making that decision for both of us? Or knowing better that like, hey, I'm so destructive that like you're saying that you want this out of love, but if we look down 20 years down the road, like, would you actually be happy with that decision?
Yeah.
You know, knowing what you might know now. Because I live in my body, and I know what this is like, and this is torture. I could not imagine somebody else willingly, like, signing up for this and taking this on.
Yeah. In the bridge, it's the creature that's moving at a terrible speed, and it's believing you'll wake me if I'm falling asleep. I've dreams where I'm grasping something out of my reach, and I'm screaming for nothing, saying, "What am I doing now? What am I doing now?" I wonder if the creature that's moving at a terrible speed is like a metaphor for like it could be the whale that's moving at a terrible speed, but the creature that's moving at a terrible speed can like crash into something and hurt something, and so the same thing as that creature that may hurt you is also the same thing as believing you'll wake me if I'm falling asleep. It's the same thing as believing that you'll love me and support me, but also knowing that I will at some inevitable point crash into you and cause you a bunch of harm.
Yeah. I interpreted that as like the thing that lives inside of you, the creature that manifests from like your trauma. Like you reach these moments in your life where like, okay, like everything's good, and like she's settled, and like, you know, maybe I've laid that to rest, and then like that thing starts to like creep into the room, and like maybe you see it from a distance, or you can like feel it in the corners and it's coming back, and like you're like, no, 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 this is like the good part. Like like you don't need to be here.
Yeah.
And like it is this thing that inherently lives inside of you, and like no matter what you do, like you will, oh, it will be a part of you. Kind of like how I described, like, you know, the dark thing above me that like kind of like with its little claws like kind of like tickles alongside my head. Like I could do all the work in the world, I could do all the healing, I could do all of this, I could do all of that, but no matter what, like this thing is like a familiar friend, and like I can try and like lock it away, but inevitably like it will always find me. And like that leading into like I have dreams where I'm grasping something out of reach and I'm screaming for nothing. Like, what am I doing now? Like, kind of um, like I'm going off of like muscle memory, and I'm like, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? Like, what is happening? And it's almost as if like that creature that you are trying to outrun like overtakes you and like does not give you the option. And so like really, like, are you making this decision? Is your trauma making this decision? Are you acting out because you're trying to save this person? Are you acting out because you struggle with like self-love and like acceptance of love? And like maybe if somebody even said like, hey, I'm willing to like get into this shit with you,
Yeah.
there's still like this guilt that you will always hold no matter what. So like maybe it is easier for me to just like isolate and just like grab my shit and leave, you know? Like this is just like, this is just heartbreaking. Like this is so sad, and I feel so like I'm fuck this album. Fuck this.
Searows.
Oh my god, stop. Do you have anything else that you would like to say about this
I wonder.
banger of a sad song?
Yeah, so I wonder what this, in a few years when the ink dries, I'll be here starting fires in the front yard. Through the sickness, I was the safeguard, but you fell too hard. Through this, just looking through the lens of just this verse, when the ink dries, I wonder if that was like, I don't know, signing your marriage certificate, because then it says through the sickness, I was the safeguard, but probably not. Through sickness and health.
And maybe writing, like writing the song, like when everything is all said and done.
When I'm like moved past this a little bit.
Yeah, like when I get to a place where I'm good, you know, and like I've maybe worked past this, you know, like I'm starting fires in my front yard, like I'm doing my day to day, like I've gotten into my routine, like I've kind of figured my life out, you know. The part where it's saying but you fell too hard was like almost like right person wrong time kind of a thing. Like maybe like you fell into this like so hard, and you were like so ready to love me to absolute bits and pieces, and you accepted me, but like I was not ready for that.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't accept that. It wasn't in the right place in my life. And like I've also been in that position where there were like fantastic people that would have made great partners, but I too recognize like, holy fuck, like I will absolutely ruin this person if I allow them to be close to me, because I am like so deep in my shit right now that like I would rather be the villain in their story that like, you know, just like, oh, like she dipped out, or like, you know, fuck her, or like whatever, than be the person that like absolutely destroyed you. And like you did not have, like, I don't want to ruin someone else and be in the same position, because I know what this feels like. So like I don't want to turn into like the monster that raised me, or like whatever have you. Yeah, it just sounds like, you know, just not being able to like feel loved, like feel accepted, and like build a life with somebody. Like it's so hard to imagine what that would even be for you with where you're at right now. And like maybe in the future, you know, like that's a nice thought, but like holy fuck. And then when you're, you know, you make these decisions, and then you're like, holy fuck, when I'm sitting alone by myself and like I really have isolated myself, and you're like, wow, like, I wish there was somebody here right now, and I wish I didn't fucking do that. You know?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Okay, track 8, In Violence.
Beautiful. Probably another sad song, because
Aren't they all?
oh, the breathing. Oh my god, it's so Little Miss Sunshine. Wait, I love this. Wait, this is so nostalgic sounding. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, like all of that. Mm.
I never got it back. I saw you wasting everything you ever had. In violence,
Mm.
bargain your life for a flower. The last of your honor to die thinking you were a coward.
Ooh. Shit.
I love you more than the sinking sun. Said I was a god, I'm not sure that you bought it. The earth moved on, I'm scared of the thought that I'm selling you on. I had it, I want it back. I'm gluing the pieces into the book I have. I know that it's sweet, black cherry pen. I know what it eats, I know it exhausts me to carry it.
Girl.
I love you more than the sinking sun. Said I was a
A little
god,
Little mandolin back there.
that you bought it. The earth moved on, I'm scared of the thought that I'm selling you on. I'm a sinking boat. Why don't you know that a plant won't grow? The dead of the ocean, for the sake of all is keeping us floating, and our eyes open.
Mm.
A running engine through the end of the
Mm.
Man, that very end, that bing, 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 sounds so much like an Eden song.
Eden. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very much so.
Yeah, I think
Um.
it's end credits, actually, a specific song.
I loved that like weirdness and like also in the beginning again like if we start this over I'm pretty sure there was like some track of like breathing almost in the very beginning. I think we were talking.
Let me see.
Okay,
Let's
yeah,
go.
go back. Just the very beginning.
I don't know
It's-
that that's breathing.
It kind of sounded like it though. Like like whether that is somebody actually breathing into the mic or there is like a sound that is like it's making like a.
It almost sounds
gives-
like wheels on a train track to me more
Oh,
than
interesting.
like breath. I've been trying to figure out what the violet is
Mhm.
this whole time,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know if that's like because we're talking about like the sun setting. I loved you wrong in the sinking sun,
Mhm.
and that it's like maybe the day turning into the night, and you have like that blue light, and that
Mhm.
kind of purple light at the end of the night, or in the twilight, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
But the I loved you wrong in the sinking sun. It said I was a god, and I'm not sure that you bought it. The earth moved on. Like I think still, the earth moved on into the night. and I'm scared of the thought that I'm still trying to like sell you on it. Like I'm trying to show up as something that I wouldn't actually buy myself, because I don't buy that I am this thing
Yeah.
to you, and like I feel like I'm lying to you, and
like again, showing up as like the best version of yourself in the beginning of a relationship when everything is like really like you want it to be perfect, but like knowing deeper down like there is like an additional part of you that like, do I let them just like know right out the gate? Do I let them find out? Do I save them from it? And I think too, like now it's tying back into like the imagery of like the album art where it gets into like the lower chorus, where it starts to say, I'm a boat, or I'm a sinking boat. Why don't you know that the plant won't grow in the dead of the ocean? Essentially saying like, I think that like I'm the vessel that is like taking you along this ride, but like this relationship, this love, like cannot sustain, it will not last in like the crashing of the ocean. Like I know that this feels nice, and I know that this is like a good place to be in, like it feels nice for us, and like I presented myself to be this like amazing person, but I know inherently deep down that like this can't go, like this won't last.
And the correlation between in the very first verse, and Violet, bargain your life for a flower, and so like I'm giving my life away so I can have a flower for us to grow together, but then knowing that the narrator being Searows is a sinking boat in the middle of an ocean, and so that flower that you traded everything that you had for this relationship can't grow because I'm out in the middle of the ocean. That flower can't grow here.
Yeah, like you can't be here right now, kind of a thing. And I wonder if too, like if Violet's plan to either that be like maybe there's
Violet
like
flower.
well, Violet the flower, yes, but there's like some deep history when it comes to I don't know like what era this might be, so like please give me grace and forgive me, but like people used to give bouquets of flowers with different meanings, so like lilies had a different meaning and violets had a different meaning, and I wonder if perhaps Zero he like looked into like were violets given in like a courting process, or were violets given to like your love, you know, like those types of things, like what does a violet flower like represent, and is that being used as a metaphor for like this person, this relationship, like you traded every bit of yourself like for me, and maybe like they're the violet, like maybe Zero is the violet, and maybe violets were historically something that were given to people that like had passed on or something, and it's just like I'm gonna look this up right now while you can like talk, but let me see if there has to be something to this. They would not have like he would have not have named this song Violets if there wasn't something like deep like background meaning to it.
Sure.
That wasn't like written into
There's
the lyrics and so
blurb.
obvious.
There's a little blurb from him at the bottom of this.
Oh,
that I
okay,
haven't
cool,
read.
cool.
I just saw
Okay,
it was
yeah,
there.
keep going on.
But in the post-chorus, I love this. I run and then jump through to the end of the right moment, and so I'm never able to actually like be present in the moment when it comes up, because I'm so focused on like either I'm running and I'm running too fast and I jump to the end of it and I'm not actually here for it, or I'm not in the place to be here for it. But I just love that visual so much of like, hey, I like stumble through and then I'm way past where the moment actually was.
Yeah, and like I also wonder if that too is like he's not able to like focus on being present in the moment because like he is so worried about like presenting himself to be a specific type of person, where it's like, oh, at some point like they're gonna find me out, like they're gonna find out that like this isn't really who I am, and like who I am deep down, like I don't think is deserving of love in a relationship, or maybe is like a really shitty person. You know, like maybe like I want to feel closeness to somebody, I want to feel love and comfort and all of those like fun things, but realistically when we get down to it, like I'm not a good partner. Like I don't show up the way that people should be shown up, and I don't give people what they should be given, kind of a thing, and that inherent almost like when you tell a lie and like you're so scared about like people figuring out that lie that like you're not even able to like be present in that like moment, or like if you tell a lie and somebody's like, oh yeah, like tell the story that you know like told me like, you know, a few months back or whatever, and you're like so panicked at the idea of like, holy fuck, am I going to tell the story the same exact way again, or are they going to figure me out, and then you just like actually start panicking that like it totally takes you out like fully of being there, and then you're just like cycling, I don't know. Ah, so interesting.
Okay, let's read through what Alex says about it. In my head, this song is visually a very dramatic tale that is not nearly as mundane as the feelings I wrote it about. The song is essentially about not living up to the version of yourself you wanted to show to someone, and the various types of disappointment that go with that. But I imagine it as this fantastical epic that lives up to the weight and the drama that those emotions feel like they have in real life.
Yeah. Like you so desperately want, like, there are two versions of yourself at some point, right? And like, whether it is that you've done bad things or bad things have been done to you, whichever it may be, like, there is like a nice version of yourself that you would like everybody to know. But there is this like inherent, the more time you spend with somebody, the more that they get to know you, the more that starts to fall. And uh like, do I want people to know that version of myself? And do I even like this version of myself? Like, it feels like there's a sense of like being torn between who you want to be and who you actually are.
Sure.
And like people seeing like the good parts about you, but you're just like, yeah, but like, it's not safe over here, sis. Like, there are snakes on this plane. Like, we gotta go.
There are snakes on this boat.
Yeah.
On the middle of this ocean.
Yeah, and like I need the violets to be explained. Everything that's coming up, like historically, violets were given to symbolize modesty, faithfulness, and everlasting love. So I'm wondering if like again, like selling yourself for a flower ties into like, you know, a declaration of love kind of a thing. It also talks about how the Greeks and the Romans used violets in funerals, also often scattering them around tombs and covering children's graves with them. And there's like a whole bunch of other like symbolism that could go into it, but I think like the violets being the symbolism like of love, of this relationship, of this budding relationship that cannot grow, cannot exist, and cannot be planted, because I am out in the storm by myself and I'm on my boat, and like that's where I just want to be. I did not expect this to be what the album would have like been about. I didn't know what I was expecting. Obviously, I went into it kind of blind, but I didn't know that we were going to be getting this.
I know.
And like, what a fantastic topic to like explore and write about. And like, again, a very vulnerable thing to like. I mean, exactly like the last song. Like, you want people to have like this version of yourself, especially as like a public figure on like a platform. You want everybody to like you and accept you, and inherently knowing that there's like shitty parts about yourself and like how ruthless the internet is nowadays, like there is a sense of anxiety that kind of comes with that, of being like, oh fuck, like maybe like not even a personal life thing might come out, but like maybe to like the world they might figure out like who I am, and like that is like terrifying, like that is almost debilitating in and of itself. Which I also would probably pull back a little bit too, you know?
Leave my show just a little bit of pieces.
Just a little bit. Okay.
Okay, we are on the final track.
Track 9.
Track 9, Geese.
Geese. Which
Gooses.
Gooses and Geeses, which I think is on the cover art as well.
Yeah, I wonder if the Bobby. I wonder if the is there a goose up here on the top? This is definitely whale eye down here.
I think they're flying. Look to the
this
right.
Is a goose.
Where there's like the cat tail thingy to the right.
Here?
See the little birds in the air?
Yep.
Too bad it's not a porch goose.
Too bad it's not a Canadian porch goose.
We have a Canadian porch goose, guys.
We do. We dress her up.
We dress her up. The Amazon drivers really love her. Every time they take a picture, they always like put the packages like against her. Her name is Ethel, if anybody was wondering. Big surprise there.
Okay, track 9, Geese.
I don't want it to be over.
All good things come to an end.
You're not hurt to be and I did nothing. The animal watching and letting you live. You cannot offer up something that was not yours to give. I'm doing the talking, how I do in my sleep. Just forgive me for wanting everything that you need. And I'm free as ever, but it's never enough. But it's chasing you, brother. But it's testing your luck. There's a hole in the center. You can see through the crack. It was there when you left, and it will be there when you come back. When you come back. I will not lay me down in front of the tracks. If I swore that I meant it, then I take it back. I'm running water, overflowing the path. Something lost in the center turns the water black. When you come back, when you come back.
Whoa. Song's called Geese because I got goosebumps the whole fucking song.
You're so annoying. I'll talk. Okay, I'll talk. Right from verse 1. You don't have to be anything better, but my darling, you cannot live like this forever. Like wild geese flying towards something, you don't have to do good, but you cannot do nothing. And so, like, it doesn't, regardless of how heavy it might feel to move, it doesn't matter about, I think people can get stuck in, because they don't know the right direction to move, people can get paralyzed in just staying where they're at because they're waiting to figure out exactly what it should look like. And oftentimes, by just moving, you will end up figuring out what it looks like along the way, and you don't have to have it. You won't have it all picture painted and perfect. You won't know exactly what it looks like. You just need to start and get in motion, and then that momentum will start to carry you. I thought that was such a beautiful, and then one of the favorite things that you have out here is seeing the birds flying like the flocks of birds, and how beautiful that is. And so I think that's even just that verse, such a beautiful metaphor in needing to move. The animal watching and letting you live, and I would imagine that Searows feels like the animal here, as the predator that could rip you apart. But I'm letting you live and I'm watching you, and you cannot offer something up. I cannot offer up something that was not yours to give, and whether that is
whether that is love, compassion, safe space, anything like that. But I'm doing the talking how I do in my sleep. Just forgive me for wanting everything that you need.
Mm-hmm.
Forgive me for I want to be able to show up for you at some level, but I don't know how. Through my own trauma, through whatever it is, I don't know how to be that.
Mm-hmm.
And this calls back, I'm doing the talking how I do in my sleep, calls back to the second or third track or something like that. There was a reference to him talking in his sleep, and then that it was like pardon my something. It was like pardon my words or something like that.
I think it was just a few tracks ago.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Verse, I'm pretty as ever, but it's never enough. What's chasing you, brother? What's testing your luck? And there's a hole in the center. You can see through the crack. It was there when you left, and it'll be there when you come back. Of like this hole, this void that I have in here that you can't do anything about. There's no amount of love that you could give me that would be able to fill it. It was there when you met me. It will be there when you come back. And also when you come back, like that person has left.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm expecting that they will return. I don't know if that's them leaving, as in like leaving their relationship, or that you're just maybe gone for a little bit and you're come back or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the same vein, that I'm running water, overflow in the bath, something lost in the center turns the water black. But then I don't know if that's also something lost in the center turns the water black of my bath. My water is my emotions, and I'm overflowing with my emotions. And I don't know if it's also something lost in the center turns the water black when you come back.
Mm-hmm.
So that like by you trying to love me, it hurts even more than it would be if you weren't here.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm trying to also show up. I'm trying to be able to accept that love, and by trying to accept that love that I don't know how to accept, I'm also overflowing with emotions, and I'm hurting you by doing so.
Mm-hmm.
And so would the water be black if you weren't here? Probably. But is the water more like is it turning more black because you're here? I chose that whole song. I chose the whole song.
That was rude to put that at the end.
Rude.
That was really fucking mean.
Fucked up.
Fuck you, Alex. No, I'm just kidding. I think this song is like too much for me to talk about.
Okay.
It's like too vulnerable. Fuck.
Okay. There's a little part. There's a little excerpt.
Okay.
Teased on Instagram a full year prior to its release, marked the end of the sophomore record. Subjects one who is mentally lost, who leaves the narrator upon the suggestion of doing something with themselves. The narrator ends up losing pieces of themselves, like water overflowing from a bath. Many speculate that the song references Mary Oliver's Wild Geese, 1986, the title of which is mentioned in the song, as both pieces struggle to accept oneself through overcoming the exhausting desire to be good. It should be noted that the poem opens with telling someone or oneself to not be good, just as the opening verse of this song does. It's also important to keep in mind that both the narrator and subject of Wild Geese are experiencing despair, just as the two in Geese are.
Will you read the is it
The
linked?
poem?
Yeah. Unless it's
Let
like
me see.
super duper long.
Not too far. Okay. The Wild Geese poem. You do not have to be good. You do not have to walk on your knees for 100 miles through the desert repenting. You only have to let the soft animal of your body love what it loves. Tell me about despair, yours, and I will tell you mine. Meanwhile, the world goes on. Meanwhile, the sun and the clear pebbles of the rain are moving across the landscapes, over the prairies and the deep trees, the mountains and the rivers. Meanwhile, the wild geese, high in the clean blue air, are heading home again. Whoever you are, no matter how lonely, the world offers itself to your imagination, calls to you like the wild geese, harsh and exciting, over and over, announcing your place in the family of things.
Well, I'm cooked.
Cooked, brother.
Yeah, I don't know if I could talk about this.
Okay.
I'll probably cry to the song a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is fucked up. On the internet?
On the internet.
On the internet? For people to see?
Searows knew.
Dog, I'm gonna lose it at this
Oh,
live.
fuck.
I hope it's a last song because I need to like keep my makeup together. We were
Yeah.
supposed to be going to a show tonight.
I
and,
know.
Like, fantastic. As it started, I was just like, fucking awesome, great. Now I'm gonna have to like fix my
Fix my
entire face.
shit.
Fucking great. I'm so happy we chose. Like there was an immediate part of myself that was like angry because I was like, oh, I love that I'm having this experience right now, but also like I have shit to do. This is not the time. Like this is not the moment. I should have listened to this in the car by myself. I should have just taken a bath and just like listened to this alone.
Let it overflow.
Yeah, I don't know if there's there's a lot of Ethel songs that are like very like vulnerable. I think that's why I like struggle to share her with a lot of people because like if you listen to that album, you're just going to know me so much more.
Yeah.
I don't think I will ever show this song to anybody. Like I love this song.
Yeah.
This is like my favorite from him because it's too you know?
Yeah. I do.
Okay. Great.
That's in the Business of Wailing
Yeah, right?
by Searows.
Absolutely fantastic album. This is beautiful. I hope everybody that is watching is also crying, so I'm not alone. I find it hard not to. I don't know why you're not crying.
Trying to keep it together for us.
That's really rude of you to leave me alone to cry by myself.
I'm reading. I'm trying to not cry while I read.
Yeah, I thank you guys for being here and being vulnerable with me or allowing me to be vulnerable and like seeing me in this. This is like not my comfort place. I don't like it. I don't like people seeing me super emotional, which probably says a lot, but yeah, I'm like super thankful for this album. And I'm so happy that I bought tickets without even listening to it.
Straight up. We knew.
Well, I knew it was going to be good, but like I didn't think it would be like this, so let me try and mentally prepare myself for the next like couple months for this shit, because like,
Yeah, no kidding.
hello. Yeah, if, what's your favorite song? What was your favorite song?
Oh, I think Dearly Missed.
Yeah.
I think Dearly Missed. This one also, I had more chills in this one, so it's between Dearly Missed and Geese.
Yeah, I think Hunter, Dearly Miss makes sense for you, and like it also, I think like adds a little bit of like energy into the middle of the album that we kind of like needed, like a little bit of like, again, movement. But definitely Hunter and Geese were my like top two.
Yeah.
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 Beautiful. Absolutely fantastic. I just, I have so much to say and nothing at all.
Well, perfect. We'll end it there
Yeah.
so we can talk about it ourselves.
Yeah,
Maybe.
we'll probably spend a lot of time going over this and, or maybe not. Maybe I'll do the thing that I usually do where I like, retract and just like work through my shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thanks for joining us.
Thanks for hanging out with us.
Thanks for letting me cry. We are so thankful for you guys and like the continued kindness that we keep getting from everybody on like every video that we have put out. I'm hoping like a very long future in this for us, and also more fun things to come. Like there's so many ideas that I have floating around in my head for so many fun things that we could be doing that's just beyond this.
For sure.
If you guys have albums that you want to suggest, like please leave them down below. I think we're gonna try and like start a master list or maybe even like a link to something to where people can then
Vote on it or something.
Yeah, like add like their requested albums and then maybe like people vote on it. If there is Patreon in our future, like something of that sort. I don't know if you can do that on Patreon where you can put out like a poll or something.
Probably
of the
on
sort.
Discord.
Oh, so maybe something like that. But like, yeah, like the platforms are endless in order for us to be able to like connect with you guys. Because although we love these albums, we also want you guys to see us reacting to like some of your shit that you like or things that you think that we would like in this realm. There's one artist historically that we will never react to, but I will not name them. If you pay attention close enough, you'll figure it out. But other than that, everything's free game. I'm like I would love to be thrown some curveballs like way out of left field. I know we have a video that we have coming up is something of a band that you really like that you introduced me to, and I do think perhaps after that I might, with enough medication in my system, be able to finally react to hydrochloric.
Oh man.
I think it would be only kind
Would love
because
it, true.
you've given me like 5 albums of mine that I've really wanted
We
to
have to do some kind of separate thing where like we show each other certain things, because it wouldn't be like a raw reaction for me. It'd be like showing you something that I
know, but
so
I think that's
deeply
also,
love.
I think that's like also exciting though.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
an album to share with me where it's my it doesn't have to be both of our reactions, but
Yeah.
it can be well, I mean, in the same sense of like, you know, our first Ethel Cain video that we ever put out, like I had heard some of those tracks prior, whether they would be demos or like, you know,
Sure.
some singles she released. But like that was me very much so like watching you being like,
Yeah.
are you excited? Like,
Yeah.
are you as excited? Are you into this as much as I am? Like, please be crying right now too.
Sure.
So I think because of that, I think it would be really nice for you to know so much about like that album and him as an artist and that world, to also then like introduce it to me and like see my reaction to it, especially because you've tried so many times and like my anxiety just does not let me fucking do it. It doesn't let me do it.
Which is fair.
But also maybe like the audience being introduced to it as well. You know,
Yeah.
maybe it's not just me that gets the first chance to listen through like something of that sort. But all of that to say, thank you guys so much for spending some time with us. I
Always.
hope you are having a fantastic day wherever you are, whether that be like day or night, whenever you're watching this. And I hope to see you guys in the next video.
We see you on the next one.
Yeah. Okay.
Bye.
I'm gonna go cry somewhere now. Okay, bye.